Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Attached Past podcast. My name is Ben, also known as Flea, and we're here talking about. We got a lot of topics actually today, but first, I think we should check in with everybody, see how everybody's doing. Start with Jake. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. It's been a pretty decent day.
Awesome, Nikki.
I'm awesome. I got my Journey Together box. I can't wait to crack it open after this recording.
Awesome, and Crash.
I have been doing okay. I just woke up from a nap like 30 minutes before the recording because I had a very long drive to the DMV, which what I was trying to do, I failed twice now on, and hopefully I'll be going tomorrow. Hopefully the third time's a charm.
Oh. You cut out there a little bit.
Yeah, you
Crash.
cut out a little bit.
I cut out. What?
The DMV rant.
Yeah, it's gonna be a DMV rant. Yeah, I just had a very bad time with the DMV. They were like, have this document, and I'm just like, it's here, and they're just like, it's gotta be the original, and I'm just like, well, bad words is what I will say, bad words. But I just woke up from a nap. I'm feeling energetic to say the least. But I'm excited to talk about what's happening today.
You know, I got really pissed off when I was in college at the DMV. I got so mad at the DMV, I wrote a Google review for it, and it has like 15,000 views or something because it's been years.
You went viral.
It was just so. I was so angry. I wrote the angriest rant on that DMV. It was hilarious in retrospect and in actuality as I was writing it because I was pissed off. I was stuck there at that place for like 3 hours. All I wanted to do was get my license renewed. Like, come on, man. Anyway, well, I won't divulge too deep into the story. If you find the review, have fun reading my my rant as a 22-year-old.
Alrighty. So I think we're gonna flow into talking about the new announcement we've had with Destined Rivals and how super exciting all these new Team Rocket cards look.
Yeah,
I know some of us think that they're probably going to be very broken and very good, myself included. You cannot have 45 cards in an archetype and it not be good.
Let's talk about how all of the other trainer cards get like 8 and Rocket gets like 45, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Pokemon said, I like printing money.
Also, Pokemon said, that they like Team Rocket.
Yeah, Pokemon Team Rocket.
We made 2 games and a special episode and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon off of these little crappers. Might as well just make a whole third, like this is like what, the 4th or 5th set based on Team Rocket.
Crash, you're lagging so hard tonight.
Yeah.
How am I lagging?
Oh,
it was that scheduled maintenance.
The maintenance has already been gone. How am I lagging? I'm literally not lagging on my end. I'm not lagging. What are you talking? I literally cannot hear the lag on my end.
No, it's not. This
you just completely freeze up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Like
it doesn't make sense because I'm looking at my audio waves and I'm seeing like they're going through. Like they're going through perfectly fine.
So the way Zencastr works is it records locally. So if you're freezing on our end, it's still recording on your end if you're not frozen. So I'll have all the audio. It's just that we can't hear it right now.
So
it'll be recorded.
That makes sense after a very awkward pause.
Yeah. Apologies, by the way. If anyone has been watching my streams, I have been having an absolute time with Xfinity. Because it's like the only local internet source near me, and oh my Lord have mercy, it has been maintenance after outage for the past 2 weeks. 2 weeks! I can't do my job. 2 weeks. It's been crazy.
Oof. All right. Anyway. Let's talk about Team Rocket.
Team Rocket.
Team Rocket is behind my outages. I'll tell you what. I have
Team
seen
Rocket.
a good
Can I
amount
tell
of
a
these
story?
Team Rocket cards. I haven't seen all 45 as they all haven't been announced. But I'll say that people are having a 50-50 on the Mewtwo that was shown off a few days ago. In my opinion, it's hot garbage. It's a
I
very
think your
bad
opinion is
card.
wrong.
I think it's
Um,
good. I think it's
think its
good.
ability
And
makes it terrible.
I think of the cards that have been shown from Team Rocket, I think probably Mimikyu is probably the craziest for if
We don't even have the whole text.
yeah, we would have the whole thing.
Oh,
If it's
so,
just
like-
active Pokemon, it's crazy. If it's basic, we're screwed. If it's just Arcalodons, who
I
cares?
think you are all wrong. Based on the name of the attack being Gemstone something, that sounds like copy your opponent's active Terra Pokemon's
That's
attack.
way too overpowered. There's no
It's
way.
still
I'm on
Dragapult.
Dragapult.
I genuinely think that's probably what
Could
it
you
is.
imagine this little basic Mimikyu
Probably.
KOing Dragapult and putting 6 damage counters on a bench Duskull? In no way.
Mean,
It's-
There's
a
no
card.
way.
I mean,
I think that he should be allowed to do that. I
And
think
this is-
Dragapult needs an ego check.
And this is
I would-
right after we activate, our Arceus Dialga Palkia GX attack. That's
Yeah.
the levels of power creep we're going to.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I don't think it's that bad, honestly.
I really don't think it's that bad having
Because if
that
you don't feed them the Dragapult by not playing Dragapult,
Well, yeah.
you're fine.
Just don't play Dragapult, stupid.
Simply do not play
So-
Dragapult.
or Terra
So
Box.
I want to
Well, that's
real
a
quickly, since we're talking about Dust and Ravels, I do want to go over what's in the set. They did announce that, even though they didn't announce all the cards.
Yeah.
But it says over 240 cards in the set, so we're getting a set kind of close to like Fusion Strike. That was a big set. I think it was like 260 something.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
I think-
There's 85 trainer Pokemon. 45 of them are Rockets. 17 of them are EX. 10 of them are Trainers EX. There is 83 cards that are all Team Rockets.
45 of which are Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is
Is
so
that-
crazy.
83 Rocket cards.
That's an enormous amount of cards.
This
That
is
we're going to get
Rivals.
40
This is
cards.
Team Rocket.
We're getting 40 cards that are just going to support the Team Rocket Pokemon that we are
Yeah.
getting 45 of.
There
Yeah.
has to be something good in there. There's definitely at least like 2 Team Rocket archetypes that are coming into the meta at this point.
So, as somebody that's a big Arbok fan, I'm totally hoping that an Arbok is good.
I really would like us to get like Jesse and James in the corner of the Arbok and the Weezing.
That'd be so cute.
That'd be nice.
I don't know if we'll actually get it, but that would be that's the hope.
The full art would be awesome. Like if
Yeah.
that, or just even Jesse with the Arbok and then like James with the wheezing, not coughing,
Yeah.
wheezing, but that would be
I mean,
cool.
it started as coughing.
I mean,
It
yeah,
did
he
start,
starts as a
yeah.
coughing, but I mean, maybe it will have the full. Maybe the full art will like do like some of those full arts too, where it has like the trainer, throughout their evolution.
I mean, they've been knocking it out of the park with the artwork, so I imagine.
It's
I mean that
beautiful.
new the
All
pretty Meowth, that pretty Meowth they've already announced is like, yep, that's in my binder.
Honestly,
Mhm.
even I'm astounded by like I love the rendering going on the Mewtwo EX. Like just the regular basic Mewtwo EX from an artistic standpoint, I'm just going to art nerd for a second. Like the rendering is beautiful with the red. Like it looks so good. I just want that card because it's pretty and it's the common. It's the common version of it. Like it's the minimum rarity version of it and it looks pretty. I can't wait to see the other ones. They must be beautiful.
The price of
It'd
it
be
is probably in the future.
$3,000 each.
And, I mean, my mortgage can wait, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, we're all mostly probably expecting the 3 most expensive cards of the set. Probably going to be Mewtwo, a Garchomp, and probably the Grimmsnarl. Mostly just because it's Marnie and Cynthia.
I mean, it really depends. I think that. I mean,
Yeah, but
Cynthia,
it's a
yes.
terrible card.
And
The
that's
Grimstyle could
Who's gonna
easily
play
get
that?
replaced.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be high end price maybe for a collector, but for
and
players, at this
Zoroark
point,
is like 270 right now, and if you
that's
play
because
that, Lord have
Zoroark
That's
mercy.
is
also a terrible
popular.
card.
It's because
Yeah,
N is
exactly.
Bay.
Interesting.
I had to think for a second. Like I was processing what you said. I didn't know if it was bay or gay, so I was just like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
both are correct.
Reminds me
Like,
of the
yeah.
Natalie tweet of the non-binary twink and the gorgeous transgender wife.
Oh my god. Oh man. Yeah, the Yon Mega EX actually. I really like the Yon Mega EX a lot.
Yeah, I think that'll be at least decent.
The Yeah, I really like the Omega. I think that's going to be a really good deck archetype too, honestly. Um, I think that its ability is awesome. I love the Jet Cyclone. Um, I really think that it's all just, I think it's a good card.
It's a card of all time.
Right.
I can't remember what architect it reminds me of from. I think it was Sun and Moon.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just, it reminds me of Sun and Moon. All the game is just reminding me of Sun and Moon now, which I love playing Sun and Moon. So this is just, it's exciting to see all these cards because it's like, it's fun. To me, it's fun. This is all going to be so fun.
I mean,
Yeah.
rotation's always fun. In my
Rotation
opinion.
is fun. I'm excited for rotation. We got the Shaman coming out too.
By Wellspring, I'll tell you what.
So it's still been
Oh.
doing like decently though. Like
Yeah.
people are coping.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Wellspring.
But
I'm an angry player though.
I mean,
At that
so
deck.
Angry player
Coping.
yells at bird.
before we get into like like new decks and stuff like that, while we're still on Destined Rivals, I do want to talk about how
Here we go.
bad trying to get any sort of new product is.
Preach.
Pokemon is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they do not understand what demand is, apparently. It is ridiculous. I got on to buy, or pre-order the new set along with everyone else the second it dropped. The second. I had to wait in like a 10-minute queue, and then it was sold out. It's ridiculous. And people have like looked into the code and all this stuff and have found that there are millions of bots hitting this shit. Like, it is ridiculous.
It's horrible. It's
How can they
horrible.
not fix this? Like, overprint the set. Team Rocket is popular. All of the cards could be dog water, and it's going to be a popular set. Print more.
Print it into the ground.
I mean, they also had Prismatic, where we know Eevees and the Evolutions are super popular, and there's a supply problem there too. So
I mean, it's $11 a pack right now.
I have still not
it's insane.
opened a single pack of Prismatic Evolutions. I haven't even seen one.
I had a chance to get a tin from my LGS because they had just come in when I was there for a round of locals, and it was a $30 tin.
I own
for 2 packs.
I own 2 Prismatic Evolution cards, and I bought them as singles, and it's literally just so I can mess around with Eevee box. It's an Eevee Olepion. The Flareons are still in the mail. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was lucky to get the all of the Eevee promo cards. I was able to snag around and pre-order well, and I also got some from Darkside Games. But yeah, like 100%, like there has been an absolute massive issue when it comes to supply. And I know that Pokemon did state that they will be printing more Destined Rivals like ETBs later this year,
and Prismatic as well.
Yeah, and Prismatic, but it's also like we kind of need this now.
Yeah, I mean when people are trying to compete with these new cards, they need access to them.
Yeah,
Especially because I'm pretty sure Destin Rivals is the NAIC set. So
it
like
is.
Yes.
that is going
So
to
we need those
go
cards.
after.
I went to my LGS to pick up the Journeys Together box, and I told the owner, I was like, text me immediately when those come up so I can pre-order a box because I need
Yeah.
it. I can't play without those
It's-
cards.
So I saw tweets earlier that a lot of stores aren't even getting them. Instead, these things are
Yes.
being shipped to streamers that crack them on like in whatnot and dumb stuff like that. They're
And
not being shipped to stores.
Whatnot will be the death of this community.
which is horrible, but I'll defend the streamers who crack packs a little bit. They tend to reallocate the cards back into the ecosystem. Then the ones I have a problem with are the fucking scalpers. I have so many issues with them because they literally just keep sealed product in their closet
Mm-hmm.
en masse, and we cannot access those. So then us who need to play with these cards have no access to them. At least if you're a collector or a streamer who's opening the packs and then redistributing it because you're selling your pulls and it's going back into TCG Player, eBay, I don't care. At least I'm getting access to the cards. But when you have those fucking boxes sealed and they're sitting stacked as high as me in that closet, I'm pissed off. I can't. How am I going to play? How am I supposed to play? It's ridiculous.
No, I agree. And like so that's why I want to bring it up. One, I mean, we all know scalpers are scum.
Yes.
Two, everyone needs to stop FOMO buying. Stop supporting the scalpers. But also three, and this is the one that people like to ignore. Yes, the scalpers suck. Yes, people are FOMO buying. Three, the multi-billion-dollar company should print more product.
But here's the thing, and I'm gonna argue for a second, like, as to why that isn't even gonna work. Like you said, like people open the coding and they see all these bots are just swarming it anyway. They have, if they made enough supply theoretically for all of us, they're just gonna have the bots sweep in and get it. So they have to do something within their website system to get these bots out of here. Because
I mean,
how
I
else
say
are we supposed to get
print so much. The millions of bots buy it all, and then it's still flooding the market, and all of it's worthless. And all of the scalpers and bots just wasted all their money like the bunch of mouth-breathing idiots they are.
I don't think there's enough trees on the planet for what you want. And if there are, we have to kill the rainforest. Do you want to be an environmental hazard?
Do I want canceled?
I mean, based on your Twitter post, you
I
don't
just want my
cancel?
luxury cards.
And yes, that is true. On Twitter, I have been tagging the Pokemon Company and freaking out over this dumb stuff.
They care about
And-
what Jake Stock says.
Yeah, I know.
Number one source
But-
of information.
For real, at this point, like, I am calling for a boycott on sealed product. Screw it. They don't want to sell it to actual humans. Don't buy it then. And
Yeah,
that's gonna be my stance.
I've noticed that, especially at least the card stores around me, and I've seen a lot of stores as well do this, but they've been starting to crack open the booster boxes,
Good.
and selling them at at like actual MSRP, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I know that I'm in a little bit of a Facebook group where I've been like surveying all the scalpers, and they're like pissed about this, and I'm like, good job, that's your fault. And
Yeah.
like looking at the market, by the way, for like TCG Player, seeing the price of the booster boxes sealed is like double the price of actual MSRP is insane.
It's
That's
it's diabolical, honestly.
I will say
It's disgusting.
There's a certain amount of joy that I get when I see videos though of the scalpers all like fighting and punching each other because they're all a bunch of idiots.
Well, they're
I love it.
unemployed. They
I
should
hope
seek a
they
McDonald's
actually get
application.
damaged. Just saying.
I love watching the reputation of these scalpers fail or fall when I'm watching videos of them just like hands in their pockets, like pressing every button on the vending machine at the local like CVS. And it's like,
honestly, people
you're
like
just
that need
pathetic.
punched.
They have no job. They think that they're investing in something crazy, and it's like, maybe, But like, fuck you, Jake. Sorry, you're gonna have to edit that. But I'm angry. I'm pissed off. I'm so pissed off right now. This is so infuriating that we're dealing with this. We can't find anything. I can't. I mean, if I want to build Eevee box like Jake is, I have to buy it on TCG Player and then hope the cards are there and that someone didn't buy them at their local store or whatever. And also, I'm paying a bunch of money for it.
I mean,
so
some of these base cards are ridiculous too. So like, a card that's coming up that everyone wants, Lily's Clefairy EX. Right now, the base art of the base EX, you're lucky if you're getting it for $20. That is outrageous.
I
And
had
then
to
like the full art's
trade
80.
at a pre-release
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, the full art's like 80, and then the alt art's like, I think, already past 600.
It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry, I was slowly
gross.
dying there.
No,
What is
you're
that
good.
happening?
I will say that I feel a little bad for the person that I bought some stuff for $20 for the full art. As we use the Japanese version as a good price point, we were not expecting this. But at least I got my full art.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
hold on to it for now.
Yeah.
I really love Umbreon. Umbreon is my favorite evolution. I am never going to get the one I want from this set.
Yeah,
I wanted to get just one regular Umbreon EX for.
Well, I mean, just buy some prismatic evolution. Oh, never.
I like
never mind.
Jolteon. He's pretty cool. This is my
Yeah.
prismatic Tim, by the way.
I'm just an
I think
Espeon girl,
I got
honestly.
2 actually. I managed to score. So I'm gonna EUIC. I scored 1 for winning the trivia night with my friends.
Yeah.
They gave us each a prismatic evolutions tin. And then I was at my LGS actually when they restocked as well. Prismatic. You were mentioning yours. I paid a lot more than you paid for your tin.
Oh Jesus.
I
Well,
paid
so
35.
my store literally it is run by a couple and they have another separate business from everything, and this is like their passion to run the store. So they literally just make things expensive enough to keep the lights on.
Yeah,
So
the store I went to.
they're not
was
trying to make a
notorious.
profit because they have a very lucrative business of something else that helps them out. And I am very, very grateful that that's my local store. I love them very much. So if they're watching this, I love you guys. Thanks for being awesome. But I understand when like you have to pay store employees and stuff, you have to mark things up. I get it. I completely get it, but it's still this is horrible. Like I mean, I got my free pack and I was telling you guys this earlier before the podcast. I got my free pack at the store because I'm a VIP. But I can only get Scarlet and Violet because they're only $5 pack. Everything else is at least $7.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane.
It's just like, so if I was not like a serious competitor, if I was not on a team and trying to go to regionals and worlds and stuff, I would easily quit at this point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't especially if I was still if I was a casual player and I liked collecting more. No, what is there to collect? There's nothing to collect.
Oh, I mean, attendance has been down in my local scenes all around.
Same.
It's been down because people can't keep up and they can't afford it if they're casual, and it's like, well, this hurts the competitive ecosystem.
Let's just say I can see why Elestrals is growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few friends that are into that too.
I'm going to try and keep us moving on the topic before Jake manages to blow our eardrums screaming about Pokemon.
I think I'll be okay.
Something else we can flow into is with rotation happening, the new set release. I think we all wanted to reflect on some of our favorite Vs we've played.
Well, yeah, since
a lot easier to
get cards because they're not in stock, let's mourn the cards that we're losing. So now we have 0 cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Thank you.
We had
Pokemon.
cards, not anymore.
Thanks, Pokemon.
But I will go ahead and talk my favorite deck. I play to a regional with V Pokemon in it, which most of which has already rotated. Was Rapid
We're still
Strike.
mourning the loss of Vs.
Yeah, we are still mourning the loss of Rapid Strike.
No.
Rapid Strike was such a fun deck. I loved Urshifu so freaking much. GMAX Rapid Flow was probably the most fun attack I ever got to declare, and it was such a blast. I actually had a really fun time learning that deck, and then I took it to, hold on, which regional was it? It was, hold on, I think it was Charlotte. It was Charlotte regionals, because I have all of my lists pulled up from the past few regionals. And which round was it? This is probably my favorite story. Round 8, Charlotte regionals. I hit the Shuffle Squad feller Koopa, who's no longer Shuffle Squad, but a lot of us know Koopa. He's a local to our area.
Yeah.
He was on Cloth.
That's
I don't
funny.
know if you know. That's a terrible matchup for Cloth.
Yeah.
So they poisoned themselves, and then I G-Max Rapid Flow for exactly 120. And I one-shot the Cloth almost every single turn. What's really funny is it also sets up perfectly if you go G-Max Rapid Flow, kill the Cloth, 120 onto the bench, Brute Bonnet. Next turn, double Gunner, Yoga Loop the Cloth, or the Brute Bonnet.
No, I forgot about Yoga
This is
Loop.
diabolical.
Okay, now we're not mourning Yoga Loop. Good
Oh,
riddance
we
to
are
Yoga
mourning
Loop.
Yoga Loop. Oh my god, we are
No, we're
mourning
not
Yoga
mourning
Loop.
Yoga
I did
Okay,
really
so
like
actually-
using.
Do you remember when who took 6 prizes on stream that one time, and everyone was like, "This card needs to be banned."
Was that Cyrus?
No, was it Cyrus who did 6 prize turn?
I'm pretty sure that was Cyrus.
It
with
was
Yoga
like,
Loop.
I can't remember, but it
Was
probably
it with
was.
Rapid Strike?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that was. I'm
like,
pretty sure that was Cyrus.
and
Cyrus.
everyone on Twitter was like, "This card needs to be banned." Can you believe this happens? It's like, I mean, it's a good player.
Yeah.
It's a good player playing a good card.
But being able to say I Yoga Looped a agent boosted Brute Bonnet and then set up the knock the next turn for game is probably one of my favorite things I've ever done. And I love that deck so freaking much. I'm sad half of it's already rotated. Actually, like most of it's already rotated. Looking at it now.
I also liked Rapid Strike because Single Strike ate it alive.
That's fair.
All right. Well, I mean, Lugia did get you.
Lugia Single
2.
Strike was my baby. Yeah, that was my first. That was my first ever regional and my first day too.
Yeah.
I loved that deck, especially Tyranitar. He was the absolute goat.
It's a good card.
Yeah,
I'm
very happy that we can talk about 2 really good players talking about how they had so much fun with this really good deck, and I have no experience playing this deck, as I wasn't that competitively viable during that time. The only person that I know that has had good luck is Sky and Cyrus, but at that time, for me personally, I was a little idiot. I was running Alchemy V. It was this Espeon Alchemy deck at locals. It was god awful. I still have it sleeved. Maybe one day I'll put a picture about it. It's really funny, that story I talk about. But if you want to talk about like how Jake said that was their first regional with it. My first regional, Baltimore 22, was with Hisuian Sneasler V. The one with Butterfree. That was a really funny deck. Shout out LDF for making it. I went 0-4.
Oh, Jesus.
I crashed out, went home, played the Modern Warfare 2 whatever we'll call it, remake, remaster. Wish I never did. And I have chosen better decks since then. At the time that I choose better decks, God no, I played Charizard V.
This is a cliffhanger here.
Why would I do that? But I guess probably the best V performance I ever did was Lugia V. I played that in Charlotte, I believe 23, when it was just absolutely insane. It was everywhere on the board. And I made it all the way to round 7 before getting the boot. But I did like the fact that my first round was against Vikavolt, and I'm just like, well, I'm not playing this game today.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely like Lugia V. I mean, I got my
First
first
day
D2
too.
in San Antonio this year with it. So that was awesome. It was funny because I actually chose it all the way back in October of
It
2020.
was October because we were talking about it, and you were like,
Yes.
"Yep, I'm just gonna play Lugia and I'm gonna win it all."
Yeah, that's what I said. And then what did I do? I got 149th. So I
didn't win it all, but
I didn't win it at all, but hey, I won it all in my heart. I was very happy overall. I was just like,
And
it's funny because I took a complete detour. I played Lugia for like a couple weeks after I said that, and then I detoured into Cloth really hard, and I was just like, just
you and me
dominating.
top cut. I think you and
I was cutting and winning
Yeah.
cups and stuff, and then I won.
You and I top cutted the same cup. I
Yeah.
think I was learning Drago, and you were playing Cloth, and I was like, "Cloth, what?"
And I was like, I'm not bringing this to San Antonio. I'm just bringing this around. And then I won a cup with Iron Thorns, and I was like, Iron Thorns, maybe. And then I was
round two this weekend.
like
we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
San Antonio, I was like, yeah, it's Lugia. And it was fine then. And I took it to Puerto Rico and got 75th in Puerto Rico too. So I have no regrets about bringing Lugia at all. It's a good deck. I think they should never, ever print something like that again. It's broken. It's so insanely broken. They can never print Summoning Star with Primal Turbo combined. It's broken. It's broken. Even when Lugia's completely, like, it's been neutered pretty much, it's still pretty broken. Like, that's a crazy ability to have. So Lugia, yeah, I Lugia was just good. My first regional was Pittsburgh in 2024, actually. And I built a Palkia V-Star deck with Pidgeot in it, actually, because I was like, well, quick search just makes sense to me. And I went 5-3-1, so I was pretty happy about that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And the only other one I want to give a quick shout out to is Arctina. It was like,
I was going to do the same thing. I will touch on it after you.
It was like I got back into the game when Scarlet and Violet released its base set after a 3-year hiatus because I did not like Sword and Shield at all. So I don't like Vs very much. But I did see Arctina start popping up around that time because I had just I built the Arc Pika VMAX deck or something because I saw it on Limitless and I was like,
the Flying Pika.
Yeah, I was like, it's sure, and it was good. But then I saw like Arctina being a thing, and I was like, oh, I like that, and then I played it, and I liked it a lot. I thought it was very good, and I was off of it for months, and then went to Orlando last year, and it went 5-4, I believe, with Arctina. So yeah, I have a lot of fondness for that deck as well.
So I will.
It's funny because I hate Arctina.
Well, that's sad for you.
You're allowed to be wrong.
It's a pile of bricks.
And, it's fun.
So
when it works, it's good.
When it works.
I'm going to give a huge shout out to Arctina because I took it to, it was Indianapolis Regionals in May of last year. I had probably the worst run ever. but hear me out.
Pile of bricks.
So I thought that. I played it. So this was like peak Zard. Zard was everywhere.
I played Zard to that.
Yeah, so I was like, that felt Arctina is a very good counter. I was running the double Iron Leaves package.
Indianapolis.
Yeah,
that's when I ran as Pathra because of all the Zard.
Yeah, see, you played a bad deck to counter it too.
I mean,
that's true.
In Orlando, I had the Verizian in it.
What I want to say is the week after, I was like, I'm going to play this deck one more time, give it a final send-off. I was at a cup at Shipwreck. I had already won my first cup for the season. I beat our local Midori in a final. I was like, all right, I'm feeling good. I played Roaring Moon, but I was like, I'm going to play Arctina. I still think Zard is going to be everywhere. I show up. There's 5 Chen Pao in the room. There's not. There is one Charizard, and it's in Seniors.
Oh my god.
Huh.
I proceed to go 4-0 against every Chen Pao in the room. I don't know if you know, but Chen Pao is like a terrible matchup for Arctina.
It is. It's really bad.
Yeah.
I was playing the max belt to try and fix the numbers into Zard, but it inadvertently fixes the numbers into Chen Pao when you go Trinity Nova. You can one-shot the Chen Pao they always leave in the active on
Yep.
turn 1 going second.
Yep.
So that worked out really well. I was in finals against Chen Pao, and game 1 I rolled him. I had turn 1, all he had was like Chen Pao and like a lone Frigibax, and I popped the Chen Pao. Game 2, he sets up, does his thing. He wins it. We're both on like one prize card. He wins it, or it's like 1-2 prize cards. He gets it. Game 3, I'm just rolling him, and we're like halfway through the game. He's like, "Bro, there's no way you got this." And I go, Trinity Nova, power up the Tina. I basically create the checkmate board. He's like, yeah, you do got this. And he just scoops on the spot. And I'm like, hell yeah, second
Yeah, Artina.
Artina got me there in a room full of just the worst matchup.
Artina's good sometimes. It's just when it was good, it was good. I loved playing it.
I really loved playing. I loved going Starbirth for supporter double turbo every time. I was like, man, Starbirth is such a broken ability. I wish I could do anything other than grab a double turbo on it.
It's like Switch double turbo or supporter double turbo or like double turbo nest balls or double turbo.
I used to tell him, man, that deck is so good. Could you imagine if you could Starbirth for anything other than double turbo? The deck would be broken.
It was so good. Yeah. And Path to the Peak, it's literally just Judge Path. It was Judge Path, which was also very fun. Being under your own circumstances of your game is very nice. So I don't know. It was a fun deck. I really liked playing Artina. I had a great time playing it. It got me my original reputation locally then when I got back into the game, that people were like, oh, Nikki's actually kind of good at the game. And then I moved on to other decks, but it was just funny because people were saying it was good for Orlando. And I was like, 2 weeks beforehand, I was like, I think I'll just play Artina. And he did pretty decent. So
I want to mention another deck because I don't know how many of you guys actually played a lot of it. Lost Box.
Oh, Lost Box, of course. I love Lost Box. Are you kidding? I love Lost Box. Raikou V, Dragonite, Raikou. Yeah. Come on, like there's just so many. It was so good. I'm so sad about Lost Box leaving, by the way.
It took so many iterations and so many different things. Hold on.
I am not a big Lost Box fan either.
I like Lost Box.
I did. Jake just hates everything good.
Jake hates when you have to use your brain a little bit in the circumstances.
Yeah, no.
If you can't primal turbo single strike energies and hit really hard, what's the point?
Exactly.
100%. Counterpoint though, Jake doesn't like brain off decks because I'll touch on another rotation deck that Jake's like, I hate that deck too. It's the most brain off deck I've ever played, and that's Snorlax.
What's funny is I do like Lost Box. I hated the early iterations of it, the ones that had like the
Dragonite, the Raikou.
No, the Raikou Kyogre, the amazing rares or whatever.
I was gonna say the amazing one.
Yeah, I couldn't stand that crap, but I was very new to the game, so it makes sense why I couldn't stand it.
I mean, to be fair, the Sword and Shield cards are mega broken. Like, they're so broken. I quit the game. I was so I hated them so bad.
I do like what Lost Box turned into.
I left for 3 years. They were so bad. The Sword and Shield cards are broken. So it's like, of course you're going to hate the amazing Raikou Lost Box deck. It was broken.
Yeah.
Like, the Lugia deck was broken. The broken Lugia had these cards in it. They're just all broken.
I will say, though,
I didn't like Lugia when it was broken either.
Yeah. I will say, though, I feel like, I don't know if anybody else has this experience of where, like, you have that deck that you play, like, once or twice, but you do, like, extremely well with it, but you just go to a different deck. Lost Box, the OG, like, Dragonite Lost Box, I felt like might have been a calling if I wasn't such a Guardy bot. I remember playing in a cup at a regional. I can't remember which regional it was, but it's on your
Arcanine. You can pull your exact 60.
Yeah, true. I could. But so while I pull this up, I remember I played this at a cup at a regional, and I remember the 4 games that I like won turn 2. Um, always was able to get that Greninja Moonlight Shuriken every single time. I was able to work that deck like clockwork. If I wasn't such a Guardy bot, I might have actually been good at that regional. Um,
You
I
know,
did
speaking
not.
of
It was
Guardy,
probably. I feel like it was probably Peoria. I played Lost Box to Peoria.
Lost is
I let her. I let me and Nikki's mutual friend Dean convince me to play Lost Box to that regional, and
Dean.
we will talk about him some other day.
Yeah, some other day
Love
we'll talk about
him.
Dean.
I love him to bits. But we played that. We played the same 60. I think we both crashed out pretty hard at that one. But learning that deck, I think overall definitely made me a better player.
I think Lost Box in general made anyone a better player. I ran it hard in just tons of iterations. I played Sablezard Moon, I played Turbo. I just like playing it. I know made me a better player. I honest to God, I'm sad Lost Box is leaving. I think the engine is so fun. I think it's actually fairly balanced for the most part.
yeah, because you lose stuff permanently.
It's just fun. It works your brain. It makes you a really good player. You learn resource management, sequencing, just so many things from that deck. It's a shame it's leaving. I hope that they reprint Lost Box cards, honestly, because I think the engine's just so fun.
Yeah, agreed.
It'll be a while, I think.
It will be a while, but I will
we'll
be playing it again.
I feel like we will probably get like a Lost Zone set at some point. Like we got one in Sun and Moon. We got one in Sword and Shield.
If there's
It'll
like
probably
another
come back
Gen
at some point.
5, I think if we get more Gen 5 cards, I think that's when Lost Box will reappear again.
Yeah.
So some impactful Vs rotating though, like Luminian and Rotom.
Yeah.
Those have been some of the most impactful.
Forest Sealstone. So
Yes,
I was
I was just
actually
gonna say Forest Sealstone.
I'm gonna
Forest
think
Sealstone.
I
mean all the Radiants too, like Greninja and Charizard.
I have a really good thing I want to talk about on that one. Actually, is I was scrolling Twitter, and Klaczynski, the GOAT, made a very, very, very good point of the meta is overall becoming a lot more skill expressive with the loss
Was that
of
actually
cards,
him?
Yeah,
he has an account. He does have a Twitter.
That was Klaczynski. The
I didn't know if it was a parody account or not because it was.
Can you
it's a little condescending.
Can
honestly.
you imagine? Like, no, it's true though. I think.
I know it's true.
Correct.
But
the way he worded it was
I'm gonna read
crazy.
it. I'm gonna read it verbatim here.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
Pokemon skill is about to go up with F rotation. No more Forest Sealstone for game noobs. No more Luminion for game noobs. No more Radzard for game noobs. It's crazy how many players think they're good, but in reality, the format has favored shitty players. Count your days.
He's right. He's right though. Like he is being an asshole in that, but he's right. Entirely correct.
He's the GOAT. He's never wrong. Toward who?
Toward's really good too.
I mean, he also tweeted Greninja EX as the best card in G format, so
I don't think that's correct, but you know.
Are we sure this isn't
who's saying he's right at everything?
It may be a parody account then, if that's true. I do want to say that is definitely, I feel like, a very true statement. Forest Sealstone rotating and Luminion rotating, it may be a blessing for the
all of these V star abilities rotating is a blessing, honestly. It really is going to be more skill expressive because it's going to be nice actually that losing tempo one turn is not going to cost you the game anymore. That happened to me at a cup this weekend. I lost tempo completely. I missed an attack one turn against Goldengo in a mirror, and that was the end of the game for me because I could not catch up at that point. But you know, it's nice now that like in a more skill expressive format, it's okay if you whiff an attack one turn because you can catch up, you can skill yourself out of it, and it will be very cool. And we're gonna see unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of people start to realize that, you're not as good at this game as you think you are. You were just good at, making the correct choices when the cards were pretty much handing you the win, as long as you picked the correct card that let you win. Whereas now it's going to be like, you do have to pick the correct cards to let you win, but it's going to be a lot harder to figure out what those cards are. Instead of it being brain dead, Radzard.
I think there's going to be a lot of more like proper sequencing and proper like card drawing, like in certain orders now, because you can't search your deck for whatever you want with Forest Seal. Now you have to actually like thin your deck properly and draw the cards, right?
Arvin becomes a lot less strong of a card, though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Crispin stocks are going up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got all my full arts a while ago.
Yeah, same here. I will say though, like especially with like how like you like a lot of people are saying that it's very skill expressive. I'm feeling good on the fact that I don't have to worry about like having that little Forest Seal Stone just waiting to be used for like a end game boss or anything like that. Like
Ultra Ball for
the majority of the people have at this point seen me test with Terrabox. And I feel like, especially with Terrabox being like, if you don't have this, you better catch up ASAP. I feel like I feel like especially these decks have been improving my skill, learning about everything, playing against some really silly Goldengos and Dragapults and mirrors.
I've got a Mamoswine for you to test.
And a Mamoswine. There was only one time I saw you play Mamoswine. It was really funny. But I will be honest. I will gas this team up as in that I've especially with this format, I felt like I feel like all of you have been really great for helping each other as well.
Crazy.
Like improving each other's skill. Because I felt like watching everyone play on top of me playing as well. I've seen us all grow related to this format, and I'm really excited to see how we're gonna do for me and Jake for the full grip that's coming up, and then all of us at Atlanta. I'm really excited to see how we'll do.
Yep.
Oh, definitely.
We can probably flow into that a little bit here. I think that's a good transition point. Minus we didn't get to talk about the greatest deck ever passing.
Well, I was also going to say, are there any cards we want to celebrate rotating?
Well, I think you're going to celebrate, and I'm going to mourn the loss of Rotom instant charging with Snorlax in the active.
Oh, no. See, I'm celebrating Curlia.
Oh my god! Yeah,
all right.
that's
hold on.
I cannot wait until Guardy EX rotates.
Get out of here!
1 year from now is going to be great.
You say that.
You're saying that
as I'm seeing some people say that they're going to put Zoroark in their Guardian lists. To be fair, I think that's incorrect. But I can't speak for players. But like, it's just my opinion. Not good.
To be fair, Guardy's not fully dead, especially once Shaman comes out.
Yes,
but
Guardy's just more high roll now.
Refinement Curlia was too overpowered, and I think everyone can agree to that.
Yes, it very much flowed. Especially, I think, in my opinion, the most broken Guardy was fresh into Masquerade. When it went, I think it was NEIC, of where it was like 7 out of 8 top decks.
Oh yeah,
disgusting.
Crazy. It was disgusting.
I thought looking at that meta to the previous one, if Shining Arcana got Monkey Dory, that would be probably the most broken deck since ADP. No one could stop that. Like just Psychic Embracing onto it with Reversal, moving that energy, moving that damage to the active and guaranteeing swings every time. It would be everywhere. It would be everywhere.
I forgot Shining Arcana Guardy existed for like a good 5 months, and I was just reminded of it, and I immediately just started having flashbacks. So I'm just like, oh, thank God!
I can't forget as long as new Shias are local. I can never forget.
So,
I will mention I am very sad, but I know that many listeners are rejoicing at the passing of our great leader Snorlax. I played Snorlax to 3 majors this season. 4 majors, but we all know about my one that I had the major crash out
Yeah.
Snorlax got me the most points I've received in a major so far this season. I was on the bubble for 256 at what's it called, at San Antonio at 5-1.
And you know, I'll defend Snorlax. I think a block deck is necessary for a healthy metagame.
Any sort of control allows.
I
Dex-
don't hate the deck or the mechanic at all. I'm just excited to see you take prize cards, Ben.
Yeah, I'm taking. Everybody be ready. I'm taking prize cards in Atlanta.
Doing prize cards again. Prize cards are back.
It's
So
crazy.
They're back on the menu.
they'll make another. Make another block locks eventually.
I played at a challenge and a cup actually just before San Antonio, and it was me and Joe Marissa, another Team Ball guy feller, and Joe had given me a Guardy list to start testing for San Antonio. And every single local was very caught off guard when I flipped over Ralts instead of Snorlax. Somebody looked at me and said, "Oh, we've decided prize cards are something that exists now."
Speaking of Joe and Garden, for anyone that's still in pre-rotation, there's an awesome article that our teammate Joe wrote about Gardevoir, and you can find that on tbgc.substack.com.
If you need a deck choice for those last minute points in the last minute of the before rotation, Gardevoir is a good deck.
Cups this weekend. I know that there are cups that you could go win some Journey together at if they have any, which they don't.
Probably not. I will always give a thumbs up to Gardevoir decks. I did go second in my last challenge on Monday, so
this is a perfect flow. I feel like into upcoming events for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that both Crash and Jake are hitting the Full Grip 3K this weekend.
1-3 drop, baby.
No, you guys are gonna get to finals. It'll be all TBG finalists. Come on,
exactly.
Lock in.
Now
I know that Jake has locked the deck in. We have a spicy Golden Go. We're not gonna leak too much about.
Spicy pepper. It's actually,
you know what? You just leaked it. It's the Scovillian tech. It's that Scovillian that has the dual fire thing.
Scovillian, because it counts as both fire and grass, and that's relevant.
Yeah.
Scovillian control is going to win it all. I mean, obviously.
And then I know that Crash, as you said about a bazillion trillion times, that Terra Box is BDIF.
I'm not saying okay. Whoa, hold on. I'm not saying it's BDIF. However, I will say it's a really good deck. Dragapult and Terrabox are like very good decks. I'm not calling them BDIFs. Right. I feel like there is no BDIF in this format. It's very much dependent on the player. Like if a player can absolutely tear with a Dragapult or Terrabox, then that would be the BDIF. But like it's not necessarily like where Lugia was absolutely BDIF, or where like there was a point where like Charizard, I believe, was BDIF.
There was definitely a meta where Charizard was BDIF.
This format that we're walking into, I don't feel like there is this is the deck you need to play. Because testing my deck against the team, I've lost a Bolt. I've lost a Goldengo. Like it's such an interesting.
It is interesting.
You've lost a Scovillian.
I've lost a Scovillian. These people on this podcast don't know, but like my funniest memory playing Control was my first time at Orlando. Person flips over a Scovillian, and that was round 1. I thought that was really funny that you just brought that up and reminded me of that time.
That was also one of my round 1.
We're bringing it up because that's actually the sauce that's going to Full Grip and going to win.
Exactly.
So.
Right.
It's actually really funny you mentioned round crazy. 1 regional was I hit Scovillian at San Antonio round 1. It's really funny.
It's really good.
Has abilities. Do you know it's a Cornerstone?
Cornerstone.
I went to Toronto regionals, not this last December, but the October beforehand, and I was really hungover when I got there. I'm playing Charizard, and my first round opponent is at the VIP table and is playing Rotom with the tool scrap.
Oh, Rotom V-Star. Oh my god.
I was like, oh, thank God, I am not firing on all cylinders right now. I did really bad at that regional.
Yeah, I mean, I went to this year's Toronto and it was just a lot of fun. I'll be
It
honest.
was my birthday.
Oh, that's
Happy
cool.
late birthday.
Very, very late. Only 2 months.
We'll all go next year, TBG, and we can all
yeah.
celebrate.
We all go get shawarma. I ate so much shawarma in Canada.
Oh my
And
god,
I'll be hungover again.
So it's so funny you mentioned shawarma. My roommates and I found this shawarma place that was right by our hotel. That was in this little like micro mall. And like this was the first time I ever had shawarma, and we fought onto like which one was the best. And I'm very happy that I could make these 4 agree that the one that I picked first. I can't remember the name. I can't remember what it was, but like that one was absolutely God. I just need to go back.
Was
and
it
eat
Shelby's?
I don't think so. No, like it was in this little micro mall where I I accidentally I guess I can say this at this point. I accidentally stole a belt. This little
I don't
micro
know if
mall.
you can say that actually.
I don't know if the
I think we should blur that.
limitations.
I was about to say we have a lawyer here. I think you should consult legal advice.
Legal
before
advice.
saying
I
you
can't give
committed a
legal
crime.
advice, but I don't think the statute of limitations has run yet, so I want
That's
to tell
whatever.
the story, and
We're
maybe
also
Jake should
a
edit this out.
X this out.
I'm actually, instead of cutting it, I'm gonna make all of this like just 2 minutes of
We're
bleep.
sending it to the Canadian magistrate right now.
Anyways,
Okay.
so this micro mall had this little shawarma place that was right by the entrance, and it was ran by one dude, and it was I don't know if it was part of just the mini mall or if it was like his own business, but it was really good. It was like it was like 6 CAD for like a pretty big bowl.
I
But
totally spent way more money than I thought I did in Canada because I thought
oh my
it was
god,
all
yeah,
fake money.
it's like
Conversion rate wasn't real. Anyway, let's focus. What was our next topic? We're all really off track.
Hey, we have
we-
some good conversations going, and that's
we were
the
talking
podcast.
about like how good Scovillian EX is.
Oh, Scovillian
Okay,
EX
and
is
upcoming
so good.
events.
So good.
I hate to say I call it Scovillian. Correct me. I don't care.
I think
I'll
it's
fight you.
Scovillian.
Here's my take. These are fake creatures.
Whoa, what about whoa?
Shakes is
know.
Are
wrong
you
with me.
telling me
You've seen
that
my
that
Pikachu's
Electric
not
Eevee-
real.
plushie.
that Eevee that
Excuse
I
me?
hugged at EUIC wasn't a real Eevee?
That was a man in a suit.
Oh, ooh.
Oh,
Even better.
ew.
What?
Men? Ew.
Okay,
Oh, man.
so we will. I also know that myself and Nikki have a cup on.
That was like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, we have our cup on Sunday that we're about to have a very fun time at because we both hate this store with a passion and are
They
going to
hate
hate.
me.
They hate you.
They do.
So we.
I hope they're
That's just
watching.
Speaking
transphobic.
of
I hope
villains,
they're
I'm
watching.
the villain in their local story. So
Yeah.
apparently they have a group chat dedicated to me, is what I've heard. So
So
I mean, I
it's
get
awesome.
it.
I got it.
Do
I'm
you wanna
hot
talk-
and I'm good at the game, and you know.
I
I
was
mention a little
Hating
bit of
more,
the
you're
story.
just evil, but yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you want to mention a little bit.
Listen,
Of the
villains
story?
are hot. Evil is hot. So
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Cruella de Vil would.
oh yeah, we're gonna have fun at that cup. I don't want to leak the sauce in case my haters are watching. So
It is Scovillian, though.
So it is
It is
Scovillian.
Scovillian.
It's gonna be Scovillian, and
Oh.
matching the theme of today, and also, watch out. So we're bringing
I'll leak
people.
what I'm playing. I will leak what I'm playing just as a hate play. Is I'm playing Snorlax. If I want to give it one last ride.
count your
I think-
days, local store.
Wait, you're playing Scovillian and Snorlax? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
yeah.
interesting.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
It's
play.
a 1-1.
I'm
It's a
gonna
1-1
play
Scovillian.
Scovillian and Iron Thorns. So,
I mean, if you
know.
play the grass Scovillian, it does have retreat lock.
Yeah.
Andrea said that my partner, who's sitting behind me right now, said they're going to play Gator Scovillian.
Yeah.
We're all playing Scovillian builds, and yeah, watch out. You know.
Yeah, me and Jake have agreed that there's a Scovillian 60 that we're going to be rocking to FGG. So really excited for that.
Scovillian's just so good.
Yeah.
Like the
They're not gonna make it, though.
Scovillian's era
I'm
is
just-
here.
If one of us ever makes it on stream, we just got to be like, shout out Scovillian.
Shout out to Scovillian.
I would like to
Scovillian is the
thank.
go-
I like to thank my partners, my team in Scovillian.
Actually, what are we doing? Scovillian should be the team mascot. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
you know,
Scovillian's one of my favorite Pokemon, even though it's newer. I
he's
absolutely love the
spicy.
design.
I love him. He's a spicy pepper.
He's so silly.
He's just spicy. Like
I
of
used
course.
them in my playthrough of Scarlet Violet.
But real talk, that cup is going to be a lot of fun.
It will be
I'm
fun
also
for us.
bringing a large portion of my friends who are also all playing Pidgeot Scovillian.
Yep.
And
Polt
I don't know
Scovillian.
Pult Scoville and Iron Thorns. I don't know if anybody's catching a theme on what everybody is playing.
You know,
Scovillian.
Cornerstone, Scovillian.
Duh.
You know, just lots of Scovillian. So, yeah. And you know what's cool is actually there's, considering the place it is, which is in the middle of nowhere, there's actually a good sushi place there. So
I know the exact one you're talking about. We're gonna
if we
go
all
get
hang
sushi
out,
after we
if we
win.
all-
Maybe you
not do
should
well, we could
leave
go
a
there.
review on it so that 12,000 people can read that review.
No, and those have to be hater reviews.
No, I mean you can leave the hater review on Alchemist. Oh,
Oh,
I doxed them. My
You
bad.
dox them.
If you want, I'll bleep that.
No, don't.
I don't care. I
There's
mean,
there's a lot of bleeping this episode.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's mostly
there's
me.
a lot of places people can figure it out. We're haters.
yeah, there's a lot of fucking this episode.
This
and it's
this
mostly
is our
me.
villain episode for sure.
I'm always on my villain episode. Come on. Come on. And here's the thing. I want to tell a story tangentially. So the place that we're going to, I mean, they were not happy on me playing Iron Thorns to their cup. And I won that cup. You know, and when
Don't
I
forget
play,
to mention your top cut was 3 Lugia.
it was 3 Lugia. But you know, I mean, I played other things that cup. You can see my record. It's somewhere on my Twitter. I always post my record. But you know, what's interesting is also like, I mean, the TO was not happy with me. You know, lots of people were not happy with me, including the players who all wanted to complain while we were playing that my deck is not making the game very fun for them. So, and I was just like, it was a meta call.
Who cares?
Legal 60 cards. So if you've ever played me before, I get pretty like stone faced, and that's because I don't want you to know what I'm thinking. I'm not very friendly when we play, and that's fine. Honestly, I take the game a little seriously. I'm on a team, hence the podcast. But because of that, I've gotten a reputation that I'm something that rhymes with witch. And so,
And you're a witch.
and yeah, exactly, I am. And here's the thing: is like that stores locals really think I'm a witch, and the rhyming equivalent of that. And so, you know, they. I heard when I went to a pre-release on Friday, I had seen these people there. I did not know about this group chat, but I was told Saturday morning when I went to a cup hungover that people knew this person I know, who's a friend of mine, knew where I was because the group chat that you know these people are in, and my friend is also in, blew up because I was there. And they have a lot of things to say about me. Very funny. Honestly, like I love attention. So this is great.
If you're a witch, can you help me not dead draw at full quip, please?
So Scovillian will help you not dead draw.
Okay.
I will
bring a
mention,
Scovillian card.
I mean,
This comes
Scovillian
full
can literally
circle.
retreat lock until you draw the right card. So
I will mention that this store also has Snorlax banned from their local weekly
Yep.
events. They do
Yep.
not allow control played at their local weekly events.
Nope.
So we have rallied to the troops. I am bringing like 4 people. We're all playing some form of control archetype.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
walls, control block. Yeah, they're not going to be happy with us, and that's fine. Apparently, from what I heard, via the person who's in the group chat, if people see me, some of them are just going to drop immediately, and hey, that's fine with me. Free cup. I just have to get through my friends.
Unironically, you should have somebody take Scovillian. It's still a control card.
It is a control deck. Like,
I mean, I bet if I talked, Andrea doesn't know 100% what they want to play. I bet I could talk them into playing
I think they should
Scovillian
play
control.
Scovillian control.
Yeah.
Like,
You get to discard opponents' cards. I mean, come on.
Scovillian
I think-
control.
They like monkey, so it's probably gator.
Scovillian, gator, monkey,
Yeah.
control.
Scove
Come on, what
Gator!
are we doing?
Just
Scott
literally
Gator.
fit it in wherever.
Yeah.
Chat, we are going, we are Scovallying away around this conversation.
I'm going
Sorry.
to. This episode is going to just be titled the Scovillian episode.
Scovillian.
The Scovillian arc.
We love you,
Yeah.
Scovillian. You're spicy, and I love peppers. So
Alrighty. Is there anything else I'm going to try and figure out, but are we just going to yap for the next forever?
Yeah, we should probably put a pin in this.
Yeah.
All right. Any final
I-
thoughts on
we could have.
rotation?
I had something else we could yap about too.
What?
If we're not going to talk on rotation, if we're going back to rotation, I don't know if we got much else.
I was just gonna say if there was any final thoughts, but if you have something else to go to it.
Well, I mean, world's competitors and stuff badges did drop today.
Oh, yes.
I do know that we have
Mm.
Nikki. You are going.
yes, I am gonna go. I mean, I last time I checked the rankings, I think I'm like top 400s. I don't think I'm making it to
Yeah.
Worlds unless like I just spike Atlanta and NAIC, honestly. But one of my best friends lives in LA, and their birthday is the same week as Worlds. It seems like it's kind of meant to be. So I did get into the lottery for a spectator pass, and both of us actually got our emails today, this evening, on our spectator passes. So I can't wait to go. I'm really excited. I've never been to Worlds before because it's
I will
usually
send
very
you
far
some
away.
stuff to do. I was at the last Anaheim. I qualified for the last Anaheim.
Ooh.
That was the last time I went to Worlds. I got my competitor's kit and said I'm done here, and just go flipped it and made money and enjoyed Anaheim.
That's pretty
I
good, honestly.
will-
If I somehow get number 125 and get in there, then I mean, I guess I wasted $98 on my spectator
Yeah.
pass, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah,
I'll just flip the competitor kit.
Well,
I have sadly not been able to get into this Worlds. I will say that I have applied for both years, last year and this year. Not getting anything is very sad. As I really wish that I could see it.
You're just gonna go with Sky though, so it's okay.
Yeah, I hope.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You're gonna go with Sky.
Exactly.
yeah.
I might go. I'm probably like 25%. I'm gonna go, but if I go, I have
Well,
3 friends who are pretty much locked for their invites. I'll probably just buy a spectator pass off of one of them.
There
I'm
you go.
hoping any of you that go, I'm hoping that you get a slot at the Pokemon Center and you can find any sort of product at all. It's
I
not
hope
gonna be
so.
there.
After
I
how
want the metal
EUIC
ice so bad.
I don't
So-
know if I talked about my Pokemon Center EUIC experience, but I'm
Well-
not sure I would even try.
The only one that I've went to, I had people literally shove me and rush past me to grab EV backpacks at NAIC.
Oh, I know
It
what
was
exactly
pathetic.
what you're talking
That is
I
pathetic.
I didn't even want an EV backpack, but I did want to punch all of them for acting so ridiculous. Like you're grown adults.
about. Yeah.
Calm down.
Um,
we're giddy
it's really
jumping over a
sad.
children's backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I tried going to that NAIC Pokemon Center, at least the one that I tried was the Pokemon Center in NAIC 23. I learned. So me and two friends of mine went to a 10 a.m. listing. All the EV stuff was gone even before that. Like literally, I kid you not, that event was so bad. They only had the original stock from the first listing. They never restocked it for the entire event. It was an
Yeah, no.
absolute train wreck.
Sounds horrible.
And that's the other thing right now. There's a lot of people going off on X, like saying content creators should get access first, competitors should get access first, and I think everyone needs to stop arguing with each other and instead look at the multi-billion-dollar company and make more products.
Yeah, we're going back to the
back.
rant.
We're back. Full
I knew that
circle,
this
everyone.
was coming.
You know what else is a full circle? Scovillian's head.
Two circles. Two
But-
circles.
Two circles.
I just needed to get that out. Like, it's ridiculous.
I knew that was coming. I
Yeah.
swear I was going to full circle.
You know what else is red and green? That
These
you can
nuts.
get. No. I was going to segue into a sponsored. Okay, but like
You know what else has red and green? FCBC.
FCBC.
That's
sleeves.
true. The FCBC sleeves right at the end of the episode. You should grab these. I don't have red and green ones. I have yellow and orange today.
I have blood red right here. They're on my
Should
desk.
grab them.
I have blue.
These are great, honestly.
I still cannot show you this as I am an octopus. So
These sleeves are awesome.
I had blue somewhere.
I have been peddling them around to different local stores, and every time I just go up to the owner and I'm like, shuffle my deck, and they're like, is something wrong? I'm like, you tell me. And they're like, these feel like old dragon shields, and get these. You should buy these. They're great.
Mhm.
they're
awesome.
very good
FCBC.
products. Go
They're
buy.
awesome.
I am
Support.
pretty-
These are my
Pretty-
two probably favorite colors: blood red and rose gold.
The rose gold
is
looks
like-
ugly in the box. You unwrap it and it looks beautiful.
Oh yeah, like on the
It's
card
crazy.
especially, like it's gorgeous.
It's
Oh, you're really
beautiful.
get the sauce. You're really get the sauce. Be careful.
The sauce of Noctowl
The
that's in
Scovillian.
60% of decks.
The Scovillian sauce. So like,
Yeah,
That's
oh,
true.
right, that's
Sauce.
true.
Scovillian sauce.
Scovillian.
Scovillian sauce.
Go,
The purples are nice.
go support FCBC. Go support Scovillian.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can pick
Scovillian
out the
wants you to
sleeves.
buy FCBC armor sleeves. Please don't shuffle your deck without sleeves. They need protection. Also, please don't shuffle your deck with bad protection. You know, they might
Right.
say that any protection is better than no protection, but if you're spending all of your time re-sleeving because the protection's not very good, well, that's less time playing cards. You want to play cards.
You're trying so hard.
Just buy the sleeves.
I end up doing the sponsorship part every time.
These are Scovillian.
If you listen, if you want sleeves, binders, they have top loaders now too.
Oh,
like
true.
the hard
Yeah,
plastic
other
top
things.
loaders. FCBC armor.
Yep.
Scovillian approved sleeves.
And I gotta be.
I think we gotta call
I
this
gotta
a
be done
night
now.
of that one.
All right. Yeah,
We're
that's
going
it.
to
Buy your
guys for
sleeves.
tuning in. This
Buy the
is an
sleeves.
Unhinged
Support
episode.
TBG. Read our
okay.
articles. Watch our podcast. Follow us all on Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter.
Twitter.
All of our handles will be in the description, everyone.
Oh, that works.
And also,
Yes.
please like
Why?
and subscribe. It helps
Yep.
us out a lot.
Yeah,
Share with your
absolutely.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. Please, please, please. If you
Yeah,
want to
yeah, leave a
see
comment.
more of my bad jokes.
Tell us your favorite card you want to run with Scovillian EX in the comments.
And
below.
also tell us
True.
what you're gonna miss when rotation happens.
For
And,
everyone in the comments,
week.
tell us why Scovillian is your life.
yes.
At best answer,
Answer
I will
any
mail
of
you.
those three questions.
At best answer for Scovillian, we'll get a free pack of FCBC. I'll
Where are
Bingo.
you? Okay, that's out of your pocket.
Yep, I'll do it out of my pocket.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Hey,
Yeah, have a
adios.
good night, everybody.
All right.
Enjoy yourselves.
Good night.
So-